Exclusive presentation of Radio Vermont Sports, WLVB.
Longtime rivals Hazen and People's Academy square off tonight in Morrisville. Hazen, the defending D3 state champion, has the upper hand recently against the Wolves, including a 33-point win earlier this season in Hardwick. However, nothing is easy when you take on People's on their comfortably cozy home court. Hazen and People's Academy coming up next. High school boys basketball on WLVB. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to People's Academy in Morrisville, where the Wolves are playing host to the Hazen Wildcats in high school boys basketball here on WLVB. I'm Greg Titus. Very glad to have you along on this balmy Wednesday evening here in Vermont. As they say in Vermont, you don't like the weather, just wait a couple hours and it will change. So this is the second meeting of the season between these two teams. Hazen was the winner earlier this season by a score of 59-26. That game on December 30th in Hardwick. However, nothing is ever easy when you come and play People's Academy on their home court. It's a little smaller than your average court, and it's something that the Wolves can usually take full advantage of. Hazen 11-2 on the season. They are ranked number 2 in Division III coming into this game. Their only losses on the year to Thetford and Spalding. They fell to Spalding 55-43 last Wednesday. People's Academy 6-7, but they've won 3 of their last 4, including a 12-point win over Randolph. So they got beat by Thetford 55-36. They edged Harwood 60-59. Then they beat Thetford here by a score of 35-32. So that gives you an idea of what a difference this home court can make for the Wolves. We're going to be back in just a moment. Coming up next, it's high school basketball sports tonight. High school basketball here on WLVB. All right, so let's take a look at the scores from last night. Boys basketball, not a very busy schedule, as is usually the case on a Tuesday. It was Mid-Vermont Christian beating Proctor 61-33. Grace Christian over the King School 71-48. Long Trail beat Arlington 62-40. Rivendell over Leland and Gray 52-48. In games on the schedule for tonight, much busier for the boys on this Wednesday. And we have one final in. St. Johnsbury defeated Burlington by a score of 64-48 earlier today. Coming up later this evening, Milton is at North Country, Linden at Williamstown, Craftsbury is at Blue Mountain, Winooski is at Oxbow, Thetford is at Lake Region, Spalding is at Randolph, Lamoille is at Montpelier, Missisquoi is at Middlebury, Bellows Falls at White River Valley, Twin Valley is at Leland and Gray, VFA Fairfax is at Danville. Over on the girls' side, much busier schedule last night across the state, as is usually the case on a Tuesday. It was Lake Region over U32 by a score of 48-34. Enosburg beat Middlebury 42-31. Thetford 57, Montpelier 41. Danville beat Mid-Vermont Christian 47-33. Williamstown 48, Stowe 20. Pulteney beat Mill River 46-31. PA over Linden, 49-42. St. J beat Essex, 64-49. North Country over Mount Aves, 70-38. Hazen beat Northfield, 60-20. I believe that was Hazen's 16th straight win for the girls. Long Trail over Proctor, 47-43. BFA St. Albans over South Burlington, 41-33. Leland and Gray beat Bellows Falls, 58-37. Colchester beat Missisquoi, 62-44. Burton 56, Mount Anthony 27. Windsor beat Otter Valley, 55-34. Fairhaven over Springfield, 42-30. Rutland beat Hartford, 45-28. Milton beat Winooski 60-34. West Rutland over Green Mountain 59-36. Oxbow beat Lamoille 56-43. White River Valley over MSJ 54-23. Seaview beat Burlington 48-36. Rice over Mount Mansfield 54-49. And Harwood beat Randolph by a score of 69-14. On the schedule for the girls across the state today, again, should be a pretty light schedule, more boys games. Twin Valley is at Arlington. Hartford is at Woodstock. South Burlington is at Burlington. So that's a look at the schedules for high school basketball tonight here on WLVB. Back in just a moment. Coach's Corner coming your way as we continue with Hazen and PA high school boys basketball here on WLVB. Greg Titus coming to you from the floor of the People's Academy Gym here in Morrisville for tonight's game. The host Wolves going up against the visitors from Hazen. Had a chance to speak with both coaches before the game. Todd Yando, the PA coach. So, as we noted earlier, a pretty big win for Hazen against PA up in Hardwick at the end of December, 59-26. He's hoping that the Wolves will be able to use the smaller court to their advantage. That's always a factor when you play up here in Morrisville. And also looking to find some mismatches on defense to see if PA can generate some more offense. Aaron Hill felt in that first game that it took his Wildcats a while to get started, sort of a grind, and I think that's certainly something we're going to see today. I think that PA is going to want to look to play a slightly slower tempo and grind it out, while PA is going to look to run the floor. Aaron Hill is going to be looking to play the game at his pace as they take on the Wolves today. That is the Coach's Corner. Starting lineups up next. High school boys basketball on WLBB. Craig Tide is back with you in Morrisville on WLBB, where official Steve Fisk is giving me a hard time. A little bit odd tonight. There was a three-man crew for the JV game, which is not something you normally see, but anyone who follows high school basketball in the state knows that there's been a pretty drastic shortage of officials. So those three varsity officials, they came in here and they did the JV game, and they are staying and doing the varsity game. So that's something that the JV teams probably have not seen yet to this point of the season. So that was something different for them. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First off, for the visitors from Hazen, coached by Aaron Hill, and with a record of 11-2 on the season. Their starters, sophomore Brendan Moody, senior Jaden Baker, junior Xavier Hill, senior Tyler Rivard, and senior Lincoln Machad. Those are the starters for the Hazen Wildcats. Starting for People's Academy, coached by Todd Yando with a record of 6-7 on the season. On the floor, sophomore Hudson Mace, senior Gus Beek, senior Chandler Follensby, senior Sawyer Beck, and senior Jacob Kujer. Again, a record of 6-7 for People's Academy. And we are set with the starting lineups. We're getting ready for the opening tip-off. Back after the... let's hold for a minute. They haven't introduced People's Academy yet. I got slightly distracted up here. What I was going to look to see was where People's Academy sits in the latest Division III rankings. And through the miracle of being able to do anything I want on my phone, I'm going to try to get that up as quickly as I can. So PA with a record of 67 right now, ranked 10th in Division III in the rankings for high school boys basketball. Now we finish with the introduction of the starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening tip-off in just a moment right here on WLBB. And welcome back to the People's Academy gym. Hazen in their road red uniforms with the white and blue. PA in their home white with the green lettering. PA going from right to left on your radio dial. Hazen from left to right. Tyler Rivard jumping center for Hazen. And he's going up against Sawyer Beck of PA, who controls the tip. And Hazen comes out in a man. Out in the front court, Hudson Mace. Mace, bounce pass comes in the lane. Kick back out in the baseline to Beck. Beck dishes off for Mace. Mace back to Beck. Puts up a 17-footer shot. Is no good. Battle for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds. And they'll say... So already the officials consulting. The official that was right there said it was a PA ball, but the other official had a better look and sent it the other way. Xavier Hill running the point. Looks like Hazen playing a man. Pass comes out to Hill behind the three-point line. Left pass and dribble in the lane. Kicks it back out to Lincoln Machad. Machad goes on the left sideline for Moody. Moody kicks it back out to Rivard. Back over to Lincoln Machad, left sideline, back out top to Moody. Long three, about 3 feet behind the arc. No good. Battle for the rebound. Rivard has it. Scramble for the ball. Picked up by People's Academy. Covered up there by Chandler Follensby. And the Wolves will come the other way. 1 minute into the contest. No score yet here in Morrisville. Follensby with the ball, deep left side. Drives in the wing. Stops, hands the ball off to Beck. And Beck stepped out of bounds. One of the hazards of this small-size court up here in Morrisville. Turnover for the Wolves, and the Wildcats will control 6:50 to go in the contest, no score. 6:50 in the first quarter. High post, pass comes to Rivard. Drive down the right side, Hill. Hill backs out to the sideline. Short pass to Rivard. Goes in the lane. Lincoln Machad kicks it back out top to Moody. Moody around the screen, tops right elbow, pops from 15, and it's good. Brendan Moody knocks down the jumper. 2-0 Hazen up. 6:27 to go first period. Drive left side. Bank shot is good. Hudson Mace with a cute little kiss off the backboard. We're tied at 2. 6:18 to go first period. Hill in between the circles. Hazen front court. Goes right sideline for Moody. Moody around the screen. Takes it left side to Baker. Baker on the sideline for Hill. Hill right-handed dribble out to Baker. Fakes the three. Drives the lane. Little runner from 10 feet is no good. Rivard with the rebound, and he draws the foul. I think Rivard with the rebound is going to be a theme you're hearing a lot tonight, as he is an absolute monster underneath. First foul of the game, and that foul, it goes against Chandler Follansby. That is his first. And Rivard misses the first free throw. Rivard set for the second. Shot is up and good. 3-2, Hazen on top. 6 minutes to go here in the first period. Hazen full court pressure. 1-2-1-1. Pass cross court. Down is stolen by Rivard. Up on the floor. 2-on-1 break. Wide open layup underneath. And that is Lincoln Machad. 5-2 lead for the Wildcats over the Wolves. Another turnover by PA. Xavier Hill. Left-handed layup is good. And they're going to have a timeout called by Hazen coach, by People's Academy coach Todd Yando. Just the start that PA did not want here, as the press giving some problems to the Wolves. We'll keep it right here. 5:42 to go in the first period. Hazen on top by a score of 7-2. This is high school boys basketball here on WLBB. Greg Todd is glad to have you along on this Wednesday. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. Hazen an easy winner the first time they played by a score of 59-26 up in Hardwick. So PA looking to return the favor here. So talked about the size of the floor here. It's a difficult adjustment for away teams when they come in here, but if you're an away team that likes to use pressure, it actually works out as an advantage because, again, the court is not a regulation size, and you don't have as much ground to cover when you're playing full court. So let's see how PA decides to attack this. And 1-2-1-1. That's still the press. Pass comes in the corner, trying to split the trap. No good. That's a turnover by Mace. Mace gets it out to Moody. Three-pointer. Good. Brendan Moody with a three. It's 10-2 Hazen. 5:29 to go here in the first period. Pass tipped in the backcourt. Grabbed by Follansby. Follansby up over the 10-second line. Drives down the lane. Takes it hard to the rack and hits the layup. So Follansby breaks the 8-point Hazen run. PA down 10-4. Hazen with the ball in their front court. Baker, right side of the circle to Rivard. Rivard drives the lane, misses the shot. Rebound goes out of bounds off of People's Academy, and the Wildcats will bring the ball in underneath their basket in the front court. They'll line up along the baseline. Xavier Hill brings the ball in. Lob pass comes in to Lincoln Machad. Machad goes sideline for Hill. Hill pulls up from three, no good. Rebound controlled by Rivard and Hazen, and he hits the follow-up. Rivard now with 3 points in the game, and we're going to have a foul call in the backcourt against Lincoln Machad of Hazen. That is his first on the team. 4:48 to go here in the first quarter. Hazen on top of People's Academy 12-4. The Wolves with the ball against the full court press. Pass comes in the corner. Looks like a 3-on-1 break going the other way. PA beats the press. Long pass underneath. And the shot is stuffed. Jacob Fugier shot stuffed. Hazen coming the other way. Xavier Hill behind the back dribble free throw line. Leaves it off for Baker. Baker comes to Lincoln Machad right baseline. Back out to Moody. Moody stops on the baseline. Pass out front to Hill. He'll reset in between the circles. Right sideline for Lincoln Machad, and ball tipped out of bounds by Hudson Mace of People's Academy, and the Wolves will bring the pass in against the 2-3 zone right now that Hazen's playing. Shot is missed by Hill, but TA completely lost track of the Hazen players, and Rivard grabbed the rebound and drew the foul. That foul will go against Jacob Fougere. That is Fougere's first, second on the Wolves here in the first period. 4:17 to go in the first as Lincoln Machad hits the first free throw. It's now a 13-4 lead for the Wildcats over PA. Second free throw rolls around the rim and goes. 14-4 Hazen. PA against the press. In the backcourt, Mace. Mace gets it off to Beat, who hands it off in between the circles to Follansby. Follansby right elbow, pass in the corner. Open there. Fougere opting not to take the shot. Top of the key. Pass off on the right sideline for Follansby. In the corner for Fougere. Back to Follansby, right sideline. Drives the wing, hands the ball off. Fake three by Mace, and we're going to have a hand check call against Hazen. That foul will go against Xavier Hill. That is his first, second of the team. PA will bring the ball in baseline in their front court. They'll line up along the baseline. Lob pass comes into Follansby behind the screen. Keeps his dribble in between the circles, working right side, hands the ball off to Beck. Beck in the corner for Follansby. Follansby looking underneath, drives the wing, stops, bowls in, kicks it back out to Fougere, and Fougere can't handle the pass at his feet. Turnover PA, and Wildcats controlling their backcourt with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first period, up by 10. Xavier Hill in between the circles. Pass on the left side of the circle to a long three by Moody, and he drains it. Moody over by the right sideline, and then a turnover by PA against the pressure. And the woes just continue for the Wolves. Brendan Moody, 8 points so far here in the first quarter, and Hazen with a 17-4 lead. Bounce pass underneath, and boy, PA just completely lost track of Moody on that. He hits the easy layup. It's now 10 points for Moody, and a 15-point lead for Hazen. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Against the press, Follansby dribbles right sideline, throws the ball out of bounds off Xavier Hill. Sometimes that's all you got, is to throw the ball off an opposing player and get it out of bounds and try to reset. PA with the ball down by 15, 2:58 to go here in the first period. Pass comes into midcourt to Sawyer Beck. Beck with the dribble. Hazen in the man. Mace. Bounce pass sideline comes for Beat. Back out to Mace. In between the circles to Follansby. Follansby, high post comes to Fougere. Off to Mace. Mace drains the 15-footer, and it's 19-6. Hazen with the lead and the ball. 2:35 to go here in the first period. Baker drives the free throw line, gets it off on the right side for Rivard, kicks it back out top to Hill. Hill drives the lane, takes it to the lane shot, partially blocked, but Hill gets it back and finishes off with the layup. Xavier Hill with 4 points, and it's a 21-6 lead for the Wildcats. Steele coming the other way. It's a 2-on-2 break. Moody is fouled as he heads to the hoop. That one should go against Chandler Follansby of PA. That is Follansby's second, third on the team. Follansby will take a seat, and Carter Giron will come in. Hazen bringing the ball in their front court, wind up on the baseline. Hill looking to get the ball in. Bounce pass comes in to Gabriel Machad, just in the ball game. Hands it back off for Moody. Moody in between the circles comes left side. Baker fakes the three, kicks it back out to the jump circle to Moody. Moody might have range from there. The kid can shoot. Left sideline for Hill. Hill takes a free throw line. Comes over on the right side for Baker. Baker off. Oh, nice pass by Moody to Rivard. Beautiful setup. Rivard has his fourth and fifth points, and PA looking to break the press up at the other end. Nice fake, and it will be Carter Giron just in the ball game who picks up the bucket. 23-8, Hazen with the lead in the ball. Minute and a half to go here in the first period. Left sideline. Baker for the Wildcats. Comes free throw line. Oh, nice backdoor pass. It's fumbled. Shot is put up and blocked. Rebound is grabbed by by Gabriel Mashad. Mashad misses, scramble for the loose ball in the lane, and will have a jump. So a couple of chances there for Hazen to convert down low. Gabriel Mashad couldn't come up with it. Possession arrow going the way of the Wildcats. So Hazen will set up a box around the lane to bring the ball in underneath their basket left side. Hill lobs it in the corner for Rivard. Rivard hands it off for Hill. Comes back out left sideline in between the circles to Baker. Coach Aaron Hill calls the play. Hands it off for Hill. Hill dribbles right side. Bounce pass goes in the corner for Baker. Baker drives, has the ball stripped away from behind by Liam Yurkovich. And a little conversation going on with some fans in the corner with official Steve Fisk. Lincoln Mashad comes back in the ball game. Jaden Baker takes a seat for Hazen. Just under a minute to go, first period. PA with the ball, down by 15. Beck, free throw line, gets it off the beat, left side, in between the circles to Duran. Duran, a nice move and a 15-footer jump put up and no good by Beck. Rebound is controlled by Beat. Beat kicks it back out front to Beck. Beck with the dribble, right sideline, in between the circles to Mace. Mace, pass comes in the lane for Duran. Over on the right side in the corner for Mace. Mace misses the three-point attempt. Rivard with the rebound for Hazen. He'll bring it up the floor himself. 20 seconds to go, first period. Rivard was wide open underneath, got the pass, and then immediately got fouled by Gus Beat of People's Academy. Beat picks up his first. That's the fourth foul on the team here in the first quarter. 18.3 seconds left in the first period. Hazen bringing the ball in. Pass comes to Rivard. Rivard bank shot up and no good. Battle for the rebound controlled by Rivard. And the foul call is going to go against Tyler Rivard of Hazen. Rivard picks up his first. That is the fourth team foul. 13.5 seconds to go here in the first period. Hazen will call off the press, and PA will bring the ball up the floor. Beck in between the circles. Pass comes right side for a Quinn Culp just in the ball game. 4 seconds left. Behind the back dribble. Shot put up. Three-pointer at the buzzer is up and no good by Sawyer Beck, and the first quarter comes to a close. All Hazen here so far, folks. Wildcats lead People's Academy 23-8. Back for the second period right after this on WLBB. And we're back at People's Academy, set for the second quarter. The Wolves trailing Hazen by a score of 23-8. The Wolves will have the ball to start. It will be Sawyer Beck, Carter Duran, Hudson Mace, Jacob Fougere, and Quinn Culp on the floor against the Hazen man-to-man. Pass comes to Culp in the lane. Bounce pass back out on the left wing for Fougere. Fougere cross-court pass comes to Beck. Beck fakes the pass underneath. Dribbling against the defender, goes to the corner. The three-pointer is put up and no good by Fougere. Rebound controlled by Rivard. Hazen comes the other way. Brendan Moody trots into the front court, left sideline for Baker. Baker back out front to Moody. Back to Baker. Left sideline, drives around the screen, takes a free throw line, kicks it back off for Gabriel Mashad. Off to Moody. Moody in between the circles to Baker. Baker left sideline for Gabriel Mashad. Mashad drives, shot is blocked, and there's a foul call. That won't be popular with the PA fans because certainly the block on the ball was clean, but the officials saying there was some contact with the body. And that foul will go... Okay, so they didn't call the foul on the person that made the block. They called the foul on Culp. So Culp picks up his first. Beat back in the ball game. Mace takes a seat for People's Academy. First free throw is missed by Gabriel Mashad. Right-hander puts up the second. That's no good. Rebound bounces around. It's controlled by Beck. PA with the ball down by 15, and a pass is stolen the other way. The PA player wasn't looking. Moody up the floor for Rivard. Rivard hits the easy way up. happened a couple times to PA here, opening stages of this game. Passes not being expected by players. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Hazen up by 17. PA with the ball. Pass comes in the corner for Beck. Beck squares up to the hoop. Drives baseline, takes it to the rack, misses the layup. Rebound controlled by Moody of Hazen. Up the floor, pass left sideline for Gabriel Machad. Pass in the lane for Lincoln Machad is no good. And the rebound grabbed by Tyler Rivard. And Rivard is fouled by Sawyer Beck of People's Academy. That is the first foul on Beck. 6th foul on the Wolves here in the first half. So the next foul will put Hazen into the 1-and-1 bonus for the remainder of this first half. Rivard hits the first. He now has 8 points in the night. The senior gets set for the second shot. It's up and no good. And the rebound taken down by Lincoln Machad. Machad in the lane. Ball comes out to the top of the key and finally grabbed by Beck of People's Academy. 26-8. Hazen with the lead. PA with the ball. 6:24 to go first period. Right side, that wide open three put up and no good by Beat. Rebound is grabbed by Baker of Hazen. Long pass up the floor for Rivard. That goes out of bounds off of PA. And the Wildcats will control in their front court. Couple of substitutions. Ryan Morrison coming in the ball game for Hazen. And Xavier Hill returns to the floor. 6:14 to go here in the first half. 26-8. Hazen, nice play on the inbounds. Rivard gets the pass, gets the give and go back to Baker, but Baker missed the reverse layup. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Wildcats, and PA will control in their backcourt. Hazen pulling off that full court press, and they'll simply stay in their man and pick up at midcourt. Beck over the timeline for the Wolves. Left side, takes it free throw line, dishes off for Beat. Beat, bounce pass in the lane, stolen by Rivard. Rivard up the floor on the fast break and gets grabbed by Carter Giron and hits the bucket anyway. So Giron grabbed him, but didn't grab him hard enough because he was able to power through and hit the layup anyway. That's the first foul on Giron. 7th team foul on PA, and Rivard completes the old-fashioned three-point play. He now has 11 points in the ball game, and the Wildcats have a 21-point lead. Beck comes right side of the circle to Beat. Beat takes the free throw line, dishes off in the corner. Almost a travel that time by Giron. Back off to Beat. Beat takes it in the corner, kicks it back out front to Fougere. Fougere, ball ends up in Beck's hands, right sideline. Stops with the dribble, and we're going to have a hand check, a reaching foul. That's going to go against Jaden Baker of Hazen. Baker picks up his second, and that is the 15th foul on the Wildcats. Baker comes out of the ball game. And Gabriel Machad checks back in. 5:29 to go, second quarter. PA with the ball trailing 29-8. They're bringing it in underneath their basket. Left baseline. They'll line up along the baseline. Inbounds pass deflected by Hill. Pass up the floor for Rivard. Rivard bulls to the basket. Shot is no good, but the rebound is grabbed up and in by Ryan Morrison just onto the floor. 31-8. Hazen on top. PA with the ball. Pull-up jumper is good by Beck. Nice one from the free throw line. Sawyer Beck's first 2 points of the ball game, and it's a 31-10 lead for Hazen. Wildcats into their front court. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. In between the circles, Hill comes left sideline for Rivard. Leaves it off for Moody. Moody, left elbow. Hands it off for Morrison. Morrison dishes off for Rivard. Misses the 7-footer. Rebound scrambled for the loose ball on the sideline. It's grabbed by Beat of PA. Gets the pass up the floor on the break. It is Follansby, and Follansby, just back in the ball game, draws the foul as he attacks the basket. Let's see. Looks like the foul call is going to go against Tyler Rivard. That is his second. That is the 6th of the team, and Chandler Follansby at the free throw line to shoot 2. First shot by Follansbee is up and good. Lincoln Machad back in the ball game for Hazen. Follansbee set for the second. It's up and good. Follansbee now with 4 points for the Wolves. Hazen with the ball up 31-12, 4:35 to go here in the first period. Hill drives the lane, takes it right baseline, looks to flip the pass back out, gets it underneath. Instead, shot is up and partially blocked, and we're going to have a foul on the rebound. Ryan Morrison had his shot partially blocked, and Hazen, PA grabbed the rebound, and the foul call looks like it's going to go against Gabriel Machad. Machad picks up his first. That's the 7th on the team, so both teams in the bonus for the 4:29 remaining here in the second period. Quinn Culp at the free throw line, looking for his first points of the ball game, shooting 1-1. First shot is good. Culp getting set for his second. Shot is up and no good. Long rebound is controlled by Ryan Morrison up the floor to Hill for Hazen. 31-13. Wildcats with the lead and the ball. Hill, left sideline. Takes a dribble in between the circles. Bounce pass comes top of the key for Morrison. Left side for Gabriel Machad. Off to Hill, top of the key. Hill backs up, gets it off to Lincoln Machad. Off to Gabriel Machad. Left side comes to Hill. Hill gets it to Lincoln Machad. Off to Gabriel Machad. Passing the lane. Wide open. Hill hits the layup. Beautiful pass that time by Lincoln Machad. Hill now with 6 points in the ball game, and it's a 20-point lead for Hazen as PA turns the ball over in their front court. Pass fumbled out of bounds by Veet, and the Wildcats will control in their backcourt. Long pass up the floor for Moody. Moody left alone, takes it to the rim. The shot is no good. Battle for the rebound. Follansbee can't save it in. Ball goes out of bounds. And that's going to be the third or fourth time that PA has had their backs to the ball when Hazen has been pushing the ball up the floor, something that Coach Todd Yandel probably wants to fix at the half. Hill coming in baseline in the left corner of the front court, gets the pass in to Gabriel Machad, off to Hill. Hill, left-handed dribble in the lane, hits the floater. Tough shot by Hill. He now has 8 points, and it's Hazen 35, PA 13. Wolves with the ball, 3:20 to go here in the first period. Beck pulls up from 15 and hits it. So Beck has hit those back-to-back here. He now has 4 points. It's back to a 20-point deficit for the Wolves. Wildcats with the ball. Morrison, left elbow, off to Gabriel Machad. Lincoln Machad takes the top of the key off to Morrison. Right wing, back out front to Moody. Left side for Lincoln Machad. Underneath, shot is put up and no good by Hill. Hill gets the rebound, puts it up and no good, and the boards are cleared by Follansbee of PA. Pushes the ball up the floor, was looking to go cross court, but it wasn't there. Good decision. Gets it back out front to Beck. He'll dribble in between the circles. Takes it right elbow. Short pass off for Follansbee. Follansbee drives the lane, puts it up, and it's going to be a charge. Xander Follansbee called for the charge. That's his third foul. That's the 8th on the team. And Hazen will control the ball in their backcourt. 2:37 to go here in the second quarter. And the Wildcats with the ball and a 20-point lead. Hill, left sideline for Gabriel Machad. Had Moody open underneath. Comes out top to Morrison instead. Off to Hill. Little contact in the lane. Moody hits the deck. Pops back up, gets the ball. Left sideline for Morrison. Morrison tried to bounce pass in the lane. Knocked away by Fougere of PA. Scramble for the ball on the floor. Hazen wins it. Oh, nice reverse by Morrison. That was a beautiful, beautiful pass. That time by Lincoln Machad. And it is now a 37-15 advantage for Hazen with 2:04 to go here in the first half. Beck comes right sideline for Veet. Veet in between the circles to Culp. Left sideline. Mace fakes the shot, comes back out top of the key to Fougere. Fougere to Beck, left side of the circle. Takes a free throw line, drives baseline, and draws the foul. Foul call will go against Gabriel Michaud of Hazen. That is his second. That is the 8th on the team. And it will be Sawyer Beck at the free throw line looking for his 5th point. He gets it. First free throw is good. Noble Beerworth checks into the ball game for PA. Beat takes a seat on the bench. Also into the ball game for the first time, Sully LaFlamme in for Hazen. And Gabriel Michaud with his second foul takes a seat on the bench. Second free throw by Beck is good. 37-17. Hazen with the ball in the lead. Minute 44 to go here in the first half. Left sideline. LaFlamme comes to Ryan Morrison, top of the key. Off to Lincoln Michaud. Right side. Cross-court pass comes to Morrison. Top of the key for LaFlamme. Brendan Moody. Long three is good. Again, Moody with that range. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the game. He was a good 3 feet behind the three-point line. Biggest lead of the night for Hazen at 23. Minutes 16 to go first half. And the response from Hudson Mace, a 3 for PA. So that knocks it back down to a 21-point lead. Hazen with the ball in the front court. A minute to go here in the second quarter. LaFlamme, left sideline pass comes to Lincoln Michaud. Michaud comes Morrison, top of the key. Right side for LaFlamme. LaFlamme looking underneath, can't see it. Moody fakes the 3, takes it to the rack, and has the ball literally taken out of his hands by Beck. Beck up the floor the other way for PA. 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Beck double team, kicks the ball back out to Mace. Beerworth in between the circles, and Beck does a great job of saving it from the backcourt call. Pass comes off left side. Beck underneath. Triple team there. Dribbles out of trouble. Beerworth with the 3. No good. Rebound is grabbed by Culp. Culp hands it off for the short jumper from Mace. Mace misses it, and the rebound is grabbed by Hill of Hazen at the other end. Finishing the fast break, it is Ryan Morrison. 13 seconds to go here in the first half. 42-19. Hazen matching their biggest lead at 23 points. Beck dribbling, goes cross-court. Beerworth in the corner. Only 3 seconds left. Pass in the lane for Culp. Culp fall away. No good. And that brings it in to the first quarter. All Hazen so far. Right now they have matched their biggest lead of the game at 23 points as the first half comes to a close. 42-19. PA trailing the Wildcats here from Morrisville on WLBB. And we'll be back to take a look at the scoring in the first half right after we pause for this. Welcome back to People's Academy in Morrisville. Our score at the half, Hazen 42 and the Wolves 19. Let's take a look at the scoring in the first half. First half for the visitors from Hazen, Brendan Moody, 13 points, including 3 three-pointers. I don't think any of those three-pointers were any closer than 22 feet or so. So that's great range on his part. Tyler Rivard with 11 points, Xavier Hill with 8, Ryan Morrison with 6, and Lincoln Michaud with 4. For People's Academy, Hudson Mace with 7 points, Sawyer Beck with 6, Chandra Follansby with 4, Carter Giron with 2. So our score at the half, 42-19. Hazen on top of People's Academy. And we're back at the People's Academy gym in Morrisville. Hazen on top of the Wolves, 42-19 at the half. A couple of scores to report for high school basketball from around the state. At the half, Thetford leads Lake Region 25-11. In the second quarter, North Country on top of Milton, 29-25. Second quarter, Montpelier over Lamoille, 52-26. And a couple of finals, St. J over Burlington, 64-48. And it's Proctor over Sharon by a score of 69-54. So the problem facing People's Academy really is that this is just a very athletic, very skilled Hazen team. Hazen came out in a press in the first quarter, scored 25 points. They pulled off the press in the second, but they were still able to build on their lead. So quite a task facing PA here in the third quarter. Starting for the Wolves, Follansby, Fougere, Beck, Mace, and Beat. And for Hazen, it will be Hill, Moody, Baker, Rivard, and Lincoln Machad. Hazen into the front court, left side, Moody around the screen, stops, pass back out front to Hill. Free throw line pass comes to Lincoln Machad in the lane for Rivard. Rivard spins, shoots, shot is no good. Rebound is controlled by Fougere of PA. Follows me into the front court, hands the ball off to Beck, left sideline. Takes it in between the circles, drives the free throw line off to Follansby, fakes the three, takes it in the lane, kicks it off for Beck. Beck fakes the 15-footer. Pass comes in the lane for Fougere. Fougere misses the layup. Rebound out of bounds off of PA, and Hazel will control the ball in their backcourt. Early in the third quarter, just 37 seconds in, 42-19 the lead for Hazen over People's Academy. Into the front court, Hill, left sideline for Baker. Baker cross court, comes to Hill. Hill, right side of the circle, dribbles sideline. Bounce pass comes in the lane for Rivard. Rivard spins, reverse, no good. Partially blocked, actually, by Fougere. And he'll get the rebound and get the ball off for Follansby. Follansby, left sideline, the front court. Fakes the pass to Beck. Looking for Beat underneath. That wasn't there. Comes in between the circles to Beck. Dribbles right side. Fakes the pass underneath. That goes bounce pass at the baseline. And Beat can't control it. A little bit out of reach. Good idea, but the pass wasn't quite there. And Hazen will control in their backcourt. No one scoring yet here in the third quarter. 6:42 remaining. 42-19, Hazen with the lead and the ball. PA, they've been on the man the whole game. They're still there. Left side of the circle, it is Lincoln Machad. Pass comes in the lane to Rivard. Paul is knocked away. Lincoln Machad gets it back. Scramble for the ball. Beck has it. Gets it for Follansby. Follansby up the floor on the break. Drives left side, loses control of the ball, goes out of bounds, and Hazen will control in their backcourt. Don't forget high school basketball tomorrow night here on WLVB. It will be the Lamoille Lancers taking on the Harwood Highlanders in girls hoop. Brent Curtis with the call at 6:45. In the front court, Moody takes the free throw line. Off to Lincoln Machad. Hill, top of the circle. That's a long, long three, and he drains it. That was about a 23-footer. 45-19, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Follansby at the timeline for PA. Hands the ball off left sideline for Beck. Hazen still in their man. Beck with the dribble, working against Baker. Pulls up left side of the circle. His 15-footer was short. Long pass up the floor. Baker on the break. Stops, puts it up. Circus shot is no good. Rebound Lincoln Machad. He goes up and he is fouled by Follansby. And that is Follansby's fourth, much to his disbelief. And it will be Lincoln Machad at the free throw line to shoot two. First shot is good. Follansby out. Culp checks in for the Wolves. First team foul on either team here in the third quarter. Lincoln Machad set for the second shot. It is short. Rebound batted around, controlled by Hill and Hazen. Left-handed layup is good. Hill with 5 points so far here in the third quarter. Biggest lead of the night, 29 for Hazen. 48-19 Wolves with the ball in their front court. Left sideline, pass in the lane for Culp is knocked out of bounds by Lincoln Machad, and PA will retain possession left corner in their front court on the baseline. Lob pass in for Fougere, out to Beck, left side of the circle, fakes the three, takes the free throw line, backs in on Baker, fakes the pass, gets it off for Fougere, left side of the circle. Beat, right side, dishes off for Fougere. Fougere dribbles twice, takes it in the lane, pivots, puts it up, and no good. Battle for the rebound. It's taken down by Lincoln Machad up the floor for Hill. Hill pushes left side, takes it all the way to the hoop, misses the shot. Rebound is grabbed by Lincoln Machad, out to Baker for the three. It's good. Jaden Baker, his first points of the ball game. That is the fifth three of the night for Hazen, and they're up by 51-19, and the steal coming the other way. It is Rivard, and Rivard misses the layup. Follow is also missed, and PA gets the rebound but turns it over at midcourt. Moody takes it right side. That's a tough shot. Misses it. And ball goes out of bounds off of Hazen, and PA will control in their backcourt. Timeout called by PA coach Todd Yandel. Let's take a break. 4:33 to go here in the third quarter. It's Hazen 51 and People's Academy 19. Back at People's Academy, Hazen on a 9-point run to start the third quarter. They're up on top 51-19. Wolves with the ball. Coming into the front court, Beck will be picked up at midcourt by Baker of Hazen. Picks up his dribble, comes left sideline. Long three put up and way short by Mace. Rebound controlled by Baker up the floor for Hill. Right sideline, picks up his dribble, back out front to Baker. Baker dribbles left, comes to Moody. Moody bounce pass in the lane for Rivard. Rivard pivots twice, shot is blocked. Jacob Fougere gets the block on Rivard. Hazen will bring the ball in underneath their basket left side in their front court. Pass to Mashad. Little lob pass comes in for Rivard. Rivard goes up again, and Fougere with the block, but this time he got the hand. Fougere with his second foul. That is the second team foul on People's Academy here in the third quarter. 4:06 to go in the period. And it's Tyler Rivard at the free throw line to shoot two. First one is good. Rivard 4 for 6 from the line so far tonight. Make it 5 for 7. Gets the second. 53-19. 11-point run for Hazen to start this third quarter. Wolves with the ball in their front court. Pass comes to Beat. Left sideline. Back to Mace. Long three put up by Beat. That hits the left side of the rim. Rebound grab by Hill of Hazen. And he'll push the ball up the floor. Hands it off for Baker. Baker comes around the screen by Rivard. Rivard rolls to the hoop. Pass doesn't come back. Moody with a three. Bang. I don't think he's missed one yet. That's 4 3-pointers for Brendan Moody. He's got 16 points in the ball game, and it's a 56-19 lead for Hazen with 3:27 to go third period. 15-footer put up and good by Sawyer Beck for PA. First points of the third quarter at the 3:19 mark for PA. They're down 56-21. Top of the key, Baker. Pass in the lane. Nice roll by Lincoln. The shot is blocked by Fougere. Beck up the other way for People's Academy. Comes left sideline. Drives the baseline. Stops. Kicks it back out to Veet. Veet pass in the lane. Knocked away. Scramble for the loose ball. Picked up by Baker of Hazen. And he'll come up the floor. Pass comes to Moody. Moody in the lane. Takes it. Oh, nice bounce pass underneath for Rivard. And Rivard hits the layup. Beautiful pass by Brendan Moody. Rivard now with 14 points. And it's a 58-21 lead for Hazen. 2:38 to go here in the third period. Veet drives the left side. Short bounce pass for Culp. Can't handle it. Scramble for the ball. 2 players on the floor. And we'll get a jump ball call. And possession arrow going the way of the Wolves. Gavin Bouchard makes his first appearance of the game for Hazen as Gus Veet comes out. And Gabriel Mashad comes with the ball game for the Wildcats. PA brings the ball in underneath the basket left side of their front courts. And looks like Beerworth is going to come with the ball game for Hudson Mace for the Wolves. We're set to go. Wide open underneath Fougere. Fougere was wide open but couldn't handle the pass. Turnover. Hazen comes the other way. Baker kicks it back out for Hill. Hill wants a three. It's no good. Rebound is grabbed by Rivard. Rivard misses the layup, gets his own rebound, leans in. Shot blocked by Fougere. Ball comes out to Moody. Hazen still controls. Out front to Baker. Cross-court pass left side for Gabriel Mashad. Off to Hill. Left wing. Kicks it back out front to Moody. Moody comes around the screen from Rivard. Rivard rolls. Moody goes in the corner for Lincoln Mashad. Pulls up from 10. Bank shot no good. Rebound Fougere for People's Academy. Leaves it off for Beerworth. Pass up the floor. Another case of PA not looking for a pass. Hazen comes the other way, and Hill hits the left-handed layup. 4th or 5th time tonight, folks. PA players with their back to the ball. Hazen comes up with an easy steal and a bucket. Minute 40 to go here in the third quarter. 60-21. Wildcats on top. Pass in the lane comes for Fougere. Fougere leans up, no good, under pressure. Rebound grabbed by Baker. Up the floor for Hill. 3-on-1 break. Hill goes off for Rivard. Rivard went up a little bit too quick, couldn't handle the pass, and the Wolves come back the other way with Beck. Left sideline. Takes the top of the key, pulls up from 17. Shots no good, and we're going to have a foul on the rebound. And that's going to go against Culp. of People's Academy pushing on the rebound. That is the third team foul on People's Academy, second foul on Culp. And Carter Giron will come in the ball game, and Fougere will take a seat on the bench for PA. But at 13 to go, third quarter, 39-point lead right now for the Wildcats. In between the circles, Moody, right side, Xavier in the corner. Pass comes to Lincoln Machad in the lane. Left-handed dribble, takes it to the hole. High layup up the glass, no good. Lincoln Machad gets his rebound, and boy, well, that's sort of interesting. They're calling a jump ball, but it was really two Hazen players that were tied up. And there was a PA player who sort of had his arm stuck in there, hoping he was able to get it back. Possession arrow going the way of the Wildcats. They'll bring the ball in right baseline in their front court. Bounce pass comes to Brevard. Wide open, hits the bucket and draws the foul. Foul call goes on Culp. That's his third. That is the fourth team foul on PA. 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Tyler Brevard looking to complete his second traditional three-point play at the line. And no good, misses it. Rebound comes down to Beck. 41-point lead for the Wildcats. PA with the ball. Right side, Beerworth on the sideline. Comes back out front to Beck. Backs up to the jump circle. Comes left sideline. Drive is up, and the bank shot is no good by Bouchard. Other way. Pass stolen at midcourt by Beerworth at PA. He'll drive the other way. Loses control of the dribble. Falls to the ground. And ball goes out of bounds. So Beerworth just a little bit out of control there. Couldn't hold on to the ball. And with 32.6 seconds left in the third quarter, Hazen will bring the ball up the floor with a 41-point lead. Baker comes in between the circles to Moody. Back to Baker, left side of the circle. Pass comes in the lane for Hill. Hill backs in, puts up a one-hander, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Culp. Culp covers up the ball in the backcourt, hands it off for Beck. 10 seconds left in the period. Beck up over the timeline. Picked up by Baker, launches a long three. No good. Rebound is controlled by Hill, and that's going to end the third quarter. It was a 23-point lead after two. Hazen scoring 2 points in the third quarter PA scoring 2 points in the third quarter while Hazen had 20. Our score after three, 62-21, Hazen on top. Back for the fourth quarter right after this. Back for the fourth quarter, PA controlling. They get a foul call in the lane. That foul call goes against Brendan Moody. That's his first on the team here in the second half. And inbounds pass comes to Beerworth, and Beerworth steps out of bounds. And that's a turnover for the Wolves. And Hazen will control in their backcourt. So Hazen has scored 2 points so far here in the second half. Wildcats with the ball. Pass in the lane for LaFlamme, comes right sideline for Moody. Moody was looking underneath, little sidearm pass, trying to find Morrison. It wasn't there. Ball goes out of bounds. And PA will control with 7:41 remaining in the contest, down by 41. Beerworth, right sideline for Beat. Beat, pass out to midcourt. Can't be controlled by Giron. Turnover by People's Academy, and it is Hazen controlling the ball in there at midcourt. Pass will come into Moody in the backcourt. Hazen with the ball and a 41-point lead. LaFlamme drives free throw line, kicks it back out top to Morgan Machad, making his first appearance in the game. Back out to LaFlamme, off to Morgan Machad. Comes to the right sideline for LaFlamme. Back out front to Morgan Machad. Moody will launch a long three, and the kid doesn't miss. It's absolutely frightening. That's his fifth three of the game. He has 19 points, and it's 65-21 Hazen with the lead. PA with the ball. Almost turned over. Beat gets it back. Left-handed drive goes to the corner for Beerworth. Back out front. Pass is stolen. Moody ahead of the pack. That'll be an easy layup. Moody now with 21 points, and it is a 67-21 lead for Hazen over PA. Right sideline. PA in the front court. Beat comes top of the key. Beerworth drives left side. Backs up his dribble. Lobs the pass back out front for Bouchard. Bouchard launches a three. No good. Long rebound. Battle in the lane. It is controlled by Gabriel Machad. Up the floor for Morrison. Morrison goes up for the shot and draws the foul. Foul call will go against Beat of People's Academy. That's his second. That's the fifth on the team here in the fourth quarter. 6:23 remaining in the contest. 67-21 lead for Hazen. And it's Ryan Morrison at the free throw line for his first free throw of the evening. It's good. Beat into the ball game. And Beat leaves the ball game. Hudson Mace back in for People's Academy. Morrison's second shot is up and good. He now has 8 points in the contest, and it's 69-21. PA trailing with the ball. 6:20 to go here in the ball game. Beerworth in between the circles. Takes it left side. Still has the dribble. Pass comes to Culp. Culp in the lane. Tried to fake the pass underneath. Takes it back out. 15-foot pull-up. No good by Mace. Rebound controlled by Morrison of Hazen. Up the floor on the break. Down underneath. That's LaFlamme. He'll kick the ball back out to Dustin Piagiorelli just in the ball game. Jump shot put up from the corner by Ryan Morrison from 16 feet. He knocks it down. 71-21. Hazen leading People's Academy. Wolves with the ball. Bounce pass free throw line. Pass is deflected. Scramble for the ball out of bounds. And it's going to be a foul call against Hazen. And the scramble for the loose ball. That's Gavin Stratton in the ball game for the first time for the Wildcats. He picks up the foul. That's his first. That's the second of the team here in the second half. And Beerworth almost loses the ball in the inbounds pass for PA. Gets it back. Bounce pass comes on the right side for Giron in the corner. Lob pass back out front to Beerworth. At the jump circle. Still has the dribble. Comes right side behind the screen. That's Bouchard. Bouchard takes the top of the key. Three-pointer put up by Culp. No good. And the rebound is grabbed by Morrison of Hazen. Gets the ball to the Flam. Comes left side for Stratton. Stratton goes in the corner. Three-pointer put up by LaFlamme. No good. Rebound is corralled by Morgan Michaud of Hazen. Gets the ball underneath to Morrison. And Morrison knocks down the bucket. He now has 12 points in the game, and it's a 52-point lead for Hazen. PA with the ball. Left side, three-pointer put up and short. Rebound is grabbed by Culp of PA. He goes back up strong and hits the layup. Culp now with 3 points in the ball game. 73-23, Hazen with the lead in the ball, and they're going to have an offensive call against Sully LaFlamme of Hazen with the drive baseline in the front court. That's LaFlamme's first. That's the third on the team. 4:35 to go here in the game, and it is 73-23. Hazen leading PA. Wolves with the ball into their front court. Culp. That's Bouchard, right side of that front. Backdoor pass, up and no good. Shot is missed by Mace. Rebound controlled by LaFlamme of Hazen. Comes right sideline for Stratton. Stratton drives the lane, puts up a one-hander. No good. Rebound Morrison, and Morrison basically gets hogtied by Carter Giron of People's Academy. Giron picks up his second foul. That is the 16th foul on PA here in the second half. So Hazen will be in the bonus for the 4:14 remaining in this game. Morrison at the line. Hits the first. 74-23. Hazen on top. Second shot is short. Rebound was corralled briefly by PA, but Morrison just rips it out of Bouchard's hands. But Morrison called for the travel after he grabbed the loose ball. Turnover for Hazen, and PA will control with 4:10 to go in the ball game, down by 51 coming into their front court. Beerworth comes left side for Bouchard. Bouchard drives the baseline, double team there, kicks it back out. Long shot put up by Giron. That missed the rim. Backboard rebound picked up by LaFlamme, and he'll push it up the floor for the Wildcats. Comes right sideline for Stratton. Stratton stops right side of the circle. Top of the key to LaFlamme. Back to Stratton, right elbow. Drives the lane, stops, kicks it back out on the baseline. And it was Morgan Michaud passing up the 15-footer, gets it back out to LaFlamme. LaFlamme trying a short bounce pass underneath for Morrison. Misses the layup, gets the rebound, and then he is fouled again by Carter Giron. That's Giron's third. That's the 17th foul on PA here in the second half, so it will be the bonus for Hazen for the rest of the game. Among the many things that Hazen has done well tonight is they have completely controlled the boards. Morrison misses the first. Morrison's second shot is no good. With the rebound is grabbed by LaFlamme. LaFlamme powers in the lane, puts it up, and can't get it to drop. Rebound is grabbed again by Hazen, and that time it is Morgan Mashad, his first points of the ball game, 76-23. PA with the ball trailing. Bounce pass comes in the lane, and double team. It is grabbed back by Morgan Mashad. He takes it up, goes in the corner. That is Pierre Girelli, gets the pass out to Stratton for the three, and that's how things are going. Hit the front of the rim, bounced off the glass, then went in. First bucket of the game for Stratton. 79-23, PA with the ball trailing, and three-pointer is good. Gavin Bouchard hits the three for the Wolves. 79-26, Hazen with the lead in the ball, 2:35 to go here in the ball game. Pass fumbled out front by Stratton. He gets it back, hands it off for Sully LaFlamme. LaFlamme pass in the lane. Can't be controlled by Morrison. Goes out of bounds. And it will be PA with the ball. 2:30 to go here in the contest. PA down by 53. Bounce pass comes to Bouchard. Right side. Pass in the lane for Culp. Culp backs in. Kicks it back out in the corner for Bouchard. Bouchard goes back to Culp in the lane. Trying a short bounce pass right side for Geron. Back on the left side, pull-up jumper is no good, but the foul is drawn by Hudson Mace. Mace will be at the free throw line for two. Foul call goes against Morgan Mashad. That's his first. That is the fourth on the team. 2:12 remaining in the contest. First free throw is good by Mace. Don't forget, we have girls basketball coming away tomorrow night here on WLBB. It will be Memorial hosting Harwood. Brett Curtis with the call at 6:45. Second free throw is good by Mace. And it is 79-28. PA, Hazen with the lead and the ball. LaFlamme comes to Stratton. Right side of the circle, in the corner for Morrison. Fakes the shot, goes underneath, and we're going to have a foul call. P. Girelli gets the pass, and he is pushed from behind. Looks like that's going to go against Geron, judging from... Oh, no, I was wrong. That will go against... That will go against Noble Beerworth. Beerworth picks up his first. That's the 18th foul on the Wolves. Front half of the 1-and-1 is good by P. Girelli. His first points of the ball game. First point of the ball game, to be completely accurate. Piagerelli set for the second. And it's good. 81-28. Hazen with the lead, PA with the ball, minute 55 to go in the contest. Pass right sideline for Beerworth, lobs the ball in, and Culp can't control it. Ball goes out of bounds, and Hazen will control in their backcourt. Don't forget the postgame show. We'll be naming our player of the game here on WLVB. Go over all the scoring. Get you all the information you need. In the front court, in between the circles, that's Piagerelli for Hazen. Goes left sideline. Morrison strong to the hoop. And really no resistance there by PA, and he draws the foul. So Morrison with, see, that foul call will go against Geron. That's his fourth, ninth of the team. Morrison with 9 points here in the second half, make it 10. As he hits the free throw, he's got 16 points in the contest. Now, that's a good point. They were they were going to give him 2 free throws, but that was a 3-point play. Minute and a half to go in the ball game. 84-28. PA trailing with the ball. Top of the key, Geron. Comes left side for Bouchard. Bouchard takes the top of the key, picks up his dribble, goes right side long, 3-pointer put up, and no good by Mace. And that hit the support of the backboard. Whistle blows, and Hazen gets possession back. Into the front court. Morgan Mashad comes right sideline for Piagerelli. Morrison drives, goes right sideline for Piagerelli. Piagerelli with the dribble, takes the baseline, stops with a floater from 10 feet, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Culp. Culp loses control of the ball in midcourt, gets it back for PA. 58 seconds to go. 84-28, Hazen with the lead. Beerworth drives, pivots in the lane. A couple times, kicks the ball back out front where it's stolen by Morgan Mashad. Mashad up the floor on the fast break and hits the bucket. 86-28, 40 seconds to go here in the contest. PA trailing with the ball. Bouchard drives left side, stops. Bank shot is good. Nice shot by Bouchard as he hits the running 12-footer and draws the foul. That is 5 points so far in the second half for Bouchard since he came in the contest, and he'll be in the line trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Bouchard at the line, and the shot is good. 86-31, 30 seconds left. Hazen with the ball and the gigantic lead. Pass comes to LaFlamme, right sideline for Piagiarelli. Back out front to Morgan Mashad. Dribbles, comes back out to the jump circle to Stratton. And I think Hazen just going to be content to dribble this one out. And I think PA feels like it's a pretty good idea as well. So a very, very impressive win as Hazen completes the season sweep of the People's Academy Wolves. Our final score, Hazen 86, People's Academy 31 here from Morrisville. And we'll be back with a look at the scoring, player of the game, all your post-game fun coming your way in just a few moments right here on WLVB. Welcome back to People's Academy. Our final score here, Hazen defeating the Wolves by a score of 86-31. Hazen came out in a full-court press to start the game, built up a 25-12 lead. After the first quarter, they were up 42-19 at the half. And any hopes that Hazen thought they might have of rallying in this game sort of fell by the wayside. They scored only 2 points in the third quarter, so Hazen pulling away for the easy victory. They improved their record to 12-2 on the season, while People's Academy drops to 3-8. Let's take a look at the scoring in the contest. Leading the scores for Hazen, Brendan Moody with 21 points. Tyler Rivard, who didn't really play all that much in the second half. He didn't need to. He had 17 points. Ryan Morrison off the bench with 16 points. Lots of bench players saw some time today for Hazen. Xavier Hill with 15. Lincoln Mashad with 5. Morgan Mashad with 4. Jaden Baker and Gavin Stratton with 3 points apiece, and Dustin Piagiarelli with 2. So Hazen putting 9 players in the scoring column tonight as they ran away with this dominant victory. Leading scorers for People's Academy, Hudson Mace with 9, Sawyer Beck with 7, Gavin Bouchard with 6, Chandler Follansby with 4, but Follansby with foul trouble, so I didn't really see a lot of time on the floor in the second half. Quinn Culp with 3, and Carter Giron with 2. That is our look at the scoring here from Morrisville. We'll be back in just a moment. Our nominees for Player of the Game coming your way here on WLBB. Our final score, once again, 86-31, Hazen beats People's Academy. Player of the game from Hazen, I'm going to go with Brendan Moody and with Ryan Morrison. Morrison with 16 points off the bench, Moody with 21 points. What I just learned, which I didn't know, is apparently Brendan Moody went to school here at People's Academy last year. So he made the switch to Hazen this year. I'm sure Hazen's very happy about that, but probably some sad faces in the People's Academy crowd watching him light it up tonight. Those are the nominees for Player of the Game. We'll be back with the winner, and we'll wrap things up from Morrisville here on WLVB. Hazen over People's Academy by a score of 86-31. Welcome back. Our Player of the Game, Brendan Moody. Boy, talk about a sharp-shooting performance. Moody with 5 3-pointers in the game, finished the contest with 21 points. He runs the point, he makes outstanding passes, and boy, can the kid shoot. So that's going to wrap it up here from Morrisville. Don't forget, we have high school girls basketball tomorrow night here on WLVB. Hartwood will be traveling to Memorial. Brent Curtis with the call at 6:45. But that's all I've got tonight. Greg Titus wrapping things up from Morrisville. Our final score, once again, Hazen 86, People's Academy 31. Good night, everyone.